Welcome to Lesson 8 of Section 7 of the BJCP training program from the Brewers Anonymous Homebrew Club. We are wrapping up our look at the brewing ingredient water. This is the final full lesson of this section. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at some general water profiles and what they do for beer. This lesson is based after some of the reported questions from the online entrance exam that are not referenced in the BJCP exam study guide. It's a little strange this exam has a known set of questions that don't reference the source of the answers or information in any of their study materials, so we've made our best effort to provide that information in the event that you might get one or more of these questions on your exam. So with that, let's get started. The first general water profile is soft water, and this and all the terms in this lesson are from the BJCP exam. This is the wording that's used. I wanted to take a moment to point that out. It's important, especially come exam time. So, soft water. Soft water, as its name suggests, has a minimal mineral content. We're talking about low levels of calcium and magnesium, and crucially, very low alkalinity. This means there is very little bicarbonate present to act as a buffer. Very soft water promotes the production of delicate, nuanced flavors, allowing the true essence of your malts and hops to shine through. You can get a crisp, clean finish that is perfect for refreshing and easy drinking beers. Typically, soft water is good for the styles of Pilsner, light lagers, Berliner Weisse, Kölsch, and other delicate, light-bodied styles. Now looking at moderately soft with low sulfates water. This water profile is characterized by a moderately low mineral content with calcium and magnesium levels in the mid-range. Alkalinity remains low, indicating minimal bicarbonate presence. And an important aspect of this water, the sulfate levels are also on the lower side. This combination of characteristics for this water profile lends itself to crafting beers with a balanced flavor profile. You'll get a showcase of both malt and hop character, but the hop bitterness will remain smooth and less assertive. Moderately soft with low sulfates water can be good for American pale ales and IPAs, blonde ales, wheat beers, some Belgian ale styles, and other styles seeking balance between malt and hops. Now looking at moderately hard with low sulfates water. This water profile has a moderate mineral content, bringing a bit more calcium and magnesium to the table than these softer waters. Alkalinity remains low, ensuring a good balance of the minerals. And importantly, in this water profile, sulfate levels are relatively low. This combination of characteristics in this water profile enhances the balance between malts and hops. You'll get a subdued hop bitterness that emphasizes the aromatic qualities of your hops, while that moderate mineral content supports yeast health and contributes to a slightly sweet and full-bodied beer. Moderately hard with low sulfates water can be a good brewing water for American amber ales, English bitters and milds, brown ales, some Belgian ales, and other styles prioritizing malt sweetness and hop aroma. Now looking at medium sulfate water. This is water that you can call moderately hard to hard with a decent amount of calcium and magnesium. Alkalinity can range from low to moderate, offering some buffering capacity, but the real important factor of this water is the sulfate level. It sits comfortably in that mid-range. The medium sulfate level is going to give your hop bitterness and aroma a bit of an enhancement while creating a crisp, dry finish. It also enhances the perception of malt sweetness and complexity. As an added bonus to this, the sulfate content also helps with clarity and stability. Medium sulfate water can be a good option for English bitters and pale ales, Vienna Lagers, Oktoberfest/Märzen beers, or other styles seeking a balance of malt sweetness and hop bitterness. Next up, hard but with low sulfates water. This water is classified as hard, meaning it has a high level of calcium and magnesium. Alkalinity sits in the low to moderate range, providing some buffering capacity, and the sulfate levels are kept low. This water profile favors malt-forward beers. The high mineral content, particularly the calcium, accentuates a sweetness and complexity of your malts, creating a beer that's full-bodied and very smooth. And while the hops are still noticeable, they are a bit subdued, allowing that malt flavor to be more prominent. A hard but with low sulfates water profile can be good for stouts and porters, dark lagers like Munich Dunkels or Schwarzbiers, brown ales, or any other style that doesn't require high hop bitterness. Now looking at very hard but with low carbonate water. Again, being classified as a hard water profile, it is very high in calcium and magnesium. But it also has a low alkalinity and has minimal bicarbonate to buffer against pH changes. This both helps produce a crisp and dry beer and also enhances hop bitterness. It can be a little challenging to work with and does require some very careful adjustments when trying to reach the desired balance of this water. Very hard, but with low carbonate water can be a good brewing water for hoppy lagers and pale ales, and certain historical styles that have thrived in hard water regions, specifically Burton-on-Trent. And the last profile in this lesson, moderately carbonate water. This type of water has a moderate level of alkalinity, mainly from bicarbonate ions. So in terms of beer, it offers a good balance. It enhances malt sweetness and also provides a bit of a fuller body. But it does have the potential to add a bit of a harshness to the beer. But that's more in light-colored beers, not so much in dark beers. Moderately carbonate water can be a good brewing water for dark beers, stouts, porters, Belgian dark ales, and some dark lagers. So this entire section, Section 7, did have a lot of information to take in, this lesson included. Ultimately, most of the water chemistry type questions boil down to what types are best for specified styles of beer. Now, while we don't have those exact answers and they're not referenced in the study guide as we noted earlier, this table will help provide some information to make a fairly informed decision if you have no idea what that answer is. There's a copy of this table in the exercise files tab below this video that you can download and have on hand for the open book nature of the online entrance exam if you need it. Ultimately, the number of questions that have shown up on exams specifically referencing water outside of mashing and boiling practices are extremely few. So what I'm saying here is, if you get stuck on one of these questions, don't spend too much time trying to figure it out. But of course, don't leave it blank either. Give it your best guess and save time for questions that you can get a definitive answer for. And on that note, that ends this lesson and this section. I thank you for watching, of course, and I will see you in the next section.